Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make brand new Critical Role recaps every Monday at noon, and would be happy to have you join the party. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the Bertrand bell to be notified of future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 38th episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. Here we go, guys. I just had to say before I got into the recap that I'm having a really good time. I'm loving Belle's Hells, and I hope you guys feel the same way about them that I do. Anyways, let's get into it. We begin the episode with everyone awaking once again in the abode of Pike Trickfoot. Everyone's on edge, as the cleric Baker reveals that maybe their adventure into Laudna's past wouldn't be successful, that there wasn't a complete chance that it would be her returning to her body. There's a possibility it could be Delilah. That's a very scary, and not in a fun way, risk. However, after exchanging looks, they decide to take it and attempt the resurrection anyway. The ritual finds purchase, and Belle's Hells begin a sequence of bad effing rolls to bring Laudna back to the land of the living. Like fresh cut grass using compulsion to try and compel her back, and rolling a natural 1. Orem fills Laudna's semi-floating hair with poppies, and Laura is so stressed out that she gets a nosebleed. The mind reader gets a nosebleed. A little on the nose, don't you think? Okay, I'll stop. Matt rolls. The DC to beat is a 10. I would have thought the natural 1 would have made it a bit harder, but there's a stillness. She's not breathing. Then Pike bitch slaps her, and Marisha steps back to the table. Though she's shaken, the members of Vox Machina were prepared for the worst, and Vex calls her invisible warriors to step down. And you see Percy outside with a machine gun, because why not? But she's back to us. Rolling a 16, Belle's Hells is reunited. There's a very sweet moment between her and Imogen as she deals with the trauma of being in the city she's despised for so long. The tree that took her life literally is lurking in the distance. And their little pinky promise to stay together and stay there for each other was incredibly cute. Laudna faces her fears and decides to go visit the Sun Tree, and we watch her form of dread change. The veil being replaced with blackened branches growing and then losing their leaves. It was a really touching visage of her coming to terms with everything, and there's also a scene I really liked where Laudna invites everyone to feel the warmth of the Sun Tree with her, and you watch Percy kind of looking at it again with new eyes, since you get used to things. I'm sure the Sun Tree was just as haunting to him as it was to Laudna, and it slowly morphed into part of his comfort. I really loved it. I also like the fact that we got to talk to the Sun Tree again. Hey there, Kiki. I had no idea I was yearning to hear that voice again. Also, as part of her resurrection, it seems Laudna has gained some new abilities. Pate now has a mind of his own and is her familiar, in the form of like a horrifying monstrosity with rib cages for wings. It's a lot. Also horrifying, Bat's red eye contacts for the entire episode. I can't get over it. Belle's Hells have dinner with the Derolos that night, and Fern finally gets a little gun for Mister. But after that brilliant request, they finally get to the task at hand and spill all of the secrets they've been withholding about the moon, the secret gods, everything. Apparently Whitestone had been missing some shipments of residuum, so they weren't entirely surprised by the group finding some, it seemed. However, they were incredibly surprised by the idea of the lattice around the moon. And Percy draws one out in curiosity and shows them, and we find out it looks like the Divine Gate. Yeah, there's definitely gods in the moon. Now let me tell you something scary, not fun. Usually I watch on every Thursday night as it airs, but last Thursday, Taylor Swift had a new album come out. P.S. Stream Midnights. And I was alarmed as I turned the album on and was listening to a song called Maroon as the set grew a deep crimson and Imogen entered another dream. I had to stop listening. This time, FCG is able to come with her, using his share dream spell. They test a little of her abilities here, revealing it's more of a will thing than casting spells. But sadly, they watch another soul depart, very much like Bertrand Bell. Lord Esteros heads out into the Great Storm, and this is confirmed as the Hells say their goodbyes to Whitestone and cash in Esteros' favor to return them to Dressar. They find his home having been infiltrated from within, it seems, the lock never breaking, and sadly they find Daddy E on the floor. It's just so sad. He's the NPC like Puma or Gilmore that I just really like, and now he's gone. But our favorite daddy did leave us some sugar. A will of sorts was left to his associates. Names including Evelyn Ress, Lex Simbar, the Chief Wilder, Ajit Dayal, Laudna Shashandri, Manaya, and many more, including Bell's Hells, leaving them the airship, the Silver Sun, and enough cash flow to pay Captain Xandus and his crew. What did you guys think of the episode? Did you love Chetney's gift to Imogen that no one at the table could figure out how to use? Can we also talk about how during the conversation about the moon with Vex and Percy, they were all dressed as X-Men? It was just so hard to take them seriously. I loved every moment of it. Also, the Derolos. They said something about how they would reach out to their contacts in Vasselheim about the god and moon stuff, but they never revealed Vasselheim as the source of the rumors of these two gods. So was that a slip-up from Matt? Was that just like a coincidence that they have contacts in Vasselheim, so maybe they might know things? Or do they know more than they're letting on? I really liked Fresh Cut Grass's first quarry into delving into their religion. I thought it was so cute that they didn't know how to pray and requested the holy person not listening as they're self-conscious about it. I'm really excited to see where that story goes. Are you happy that Laudna is finally back and we're ready to navigate into the main storyline again? How do you feel about losing Daddy Esteros? During a perception check, Orym uncovers a very familiar smell at the crime scene. A very familiar toxin to him. Meaning that even if they could, Esteros will never be able to return. Leave your comments below on what you thought of the episode. I really think it's important that we take the time and watch this one. I feel like it's really integral to what's going on in the story, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and check out my other recaps of Campaign 3 on my channel, or my album Scorpio, or any other music I have. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Good day, my friends.